the past. But so Thinker is the product of the month. It is, so with a 125-point order, then you can get it for free. It is part of the kids collection, but it is great for adults also. I really like Thinker, and I like the aroma. It's a kind of equivalent to Intune, but I like the aroma of Thinker better than I like the aroma of Intune. So you can use both. Just because it's part of the kids collection does not mean it's not good for adults. You can definitely use it for adults. Okay, so the kids focus blend is ideal for everyone and for daily use. It's the optimal support to use when distractions are high. Do we have distractions in our life right now? Yes, for me. It is designed to create a sense of alertness and clarity. It's the perfect go-to when it's time to pay attention and concentrate. And so it's just really good for, well, we're going to talk about all the things that it's good for. So we're going to see which way we can go forward. Okay, so Thinker is the oil of focus. Thinker helps individuals focus amidst a world of distractions and competing priorities. These days, it seems everything is competing for an individual's finite time, attention, and energy. It's all too easy to become overstimulated and struggle to pay attention to an immediate task as the mind is bombarded with information coming from more directions and in more decibels than in any other era of the world. I don't know about you, but that paragraph describes me to a T. So Thinker is particularly beneficial for helping individuals cut out distractions and learn to tell the difference between knowledge that builds them up and knowledge that is actually tearing them or other people down. That's a pretty significant thing at this time in the world's history. In other words, how to recognize that which imparts energy to revitalize the soul or that which steals away precious energy resources. It instructs individuals to take responsibility for choosing how to spend each moment, asking them to reprioritize their lives in order to focus on what matters most. It is so easy for me to get caught up in the busyness of every day and in the busyness of things that don't really matter, and let the things that are really important I never get to them. And that's something that I've been lately trying to really focus on, and putting my priorities and the use of my time in do that better. So the negative emotions are if you're feeling distracted, inattentive, overstimulated, and unfocused. Positive properties are focused, attentive, engaged, and mental clarity. This next statement applies to us. It applies to children, and it doesn't have to just be our children. It can be grandchildren. It can be children in the neighborhood, children at church, anybody that we're around. I think this applies to. Knowing what to pay attention to requires the capacity to prioritize what deserves attention. Children are learning how to think for themselves, and Thinker settles, stimulates, calms, and refreshes the mind. So I don't think that it's just children all the time that are needing to learn how to prioritize things. I think that there are a lot of adults that need that too. So the ingredients are vetiver, is a root that comes from Haiti. It's a root rich, it's a woody oil that calms the mind and brings focus. Vetiver is a really good oil. It's really good for lots of things. To me, it smells like dirt, which is very logical because it's a root that grows in the dirt. But vetiver has lots of really good benefits. And so if you're wanting to use just straight vetiver, then try combining a citrus oil with it. and it makes the aroma lots better. And it doesn't, you still get all the benefits from the vetiver. It also has peppermint. Thinker has peppermint and clementine, and they are energizing and encourage a positive outlook. And it has rosemary that has been, the research has said that rosemary will help people recall previously learned material, making it an excellent companion for test day or for for any of those types of things. So for the 3 words that Laura Jacobs uses to summarize Thinker is anchoring, enlivening, and signaling. I think the signaling is signaling our brain to remember to focus and to do the things that we need to do. But so ways to use it is keep Thinker on hand in your child's backpack or where you're going to find it, and apply it in the afternoon when we start getting distracted and not focused. My husband calls it a sinker spell, about an hour after lunch, and you just want to, you're just thinking away. Thinker would be a good thing to get your brain back going and functioning and things. You can roll it onto your forehead, wrists, or hands and inhale deeply to promote a sense of clarity and alertness and easy breathing. It's uplifting to the mood. So if you're experiencing feelings of sadness or stress, then use Thinker. Promote learning and support creativity by applying Thinker when you're trying to work at things. And the creativity can be creativity in an artistic way, or it can be creativity in coming at a problem that you've got and thinking of a creative solution, being able to look at it from a different angle. You can apply it to the back of the neck, bottoms of the feet to encourage focus and creativity. So there's a whole list of things that you can do. When children or adults have a difficult time focusing and they are very hyper, Thinker will be very effective in helping that. If you have overactive or underactive brain waves occurring, Thinker will help. Lack of mental clarity, focus, and concentration, feeling overwhelmed or overthinking. I've got a situation that I'm trying to make a decision about, and I was talking to a friend about it, and all of a sudden yesterday she started laughing and she said, "Elizabeth, you are way overthinking that." So I needed to pull out my Thinker. If you're feeling stressed out or ungrounded, if you're having anxious feelings or very moody, Thinker will help. For all of those things that you want to use the benefits of Thinker for, you can apply it under your nose, to your forehead, along the spine, the back of neck, and or bottoms of your feet. It's also something to think about. Did somebody have a question? It's also something to keep in mind to use when you need to focus on getting your kitchen cleaned, or when you've got a stack of papers that you really need to get through. Focus Thinker would be a great one to use in that. If you're just feeling really distracted and you need to be able to get things to do, then Thinker is a great one to use. You can diffuse it. You can put it on diffusing jewelry. You can apply to a desired area. Like I said, under your nose, back of your neck, bottom of your feet, your wrists. With the Thinker blend, with any of the touch rollers, they are pre-diluted so that they're safe for children. Children under 3, then definitely have the adult be in charge of that. There's a possibility of skin sensitivity, and then all the normal things. Keep it out of your eyes and eyes, inner ears, mouth, and sensitive areas. So that is Thinker, and you can get that free with an LRP order of 125 points or more. Now we are going to talk about Copaiba. So when they first introduced it at convention, they were calling it Copaiba. Since then, people who speak Portuguese have been saying that it is, the Brazilians pronounce it Copaiba. So in my opinion, either pronunciation is correct, and I will know what you're talking about. So don't worry about it. This is a super, 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 super powerful oil. It is really amazing. I've got a couple of friends who it has literally given them enjoyment of life back to them. So it's got so many uses and so many things. It's a great oil to have on hand. And it is one that a year ago, then they changed what oils they have in the basic kits. And they've added Copaiba to that. So it just is a really great oil. So this is a Copaiba tree. And the trees, so it has been used by native and traditional medical practitioners in Brazil and throughout South America since the 16th century. The trees can reach up to 100 feet tall, and they can live to be 400 years old. Can you even imagine? That's mind-boggling to me. And I think that, to me, it looks like it's a gorgeous tree. And doTERRA sources it from down in Brazil. doTERRA's Copaiba comes from the oleo resin from 4 different species of Copaiba trees. And they get the oleo resin, just like you've seen things about how they tap maple trees in the Northeast. That's the same way they get the Copaiba, the oleo resin for Copaiba. That's how they go and do it. And a lot of the growers that doTERRA uses have been doing this for generations. They've been taking care of their Copaiba trees for generations. So the primary constituent of Copaiba, I don't talk about chemistry very much, but with Copaiba, it's important. And I want you to be proud of me that I can say this. And I may have just jinxed myself. The primary constituent of Copaiba is beta-caryophyllene, and it can bind to CB2 receptors and thereby supports a healthy nervous system, as well as supporting your immune function. It supports every single function in your body. Its ability to bind to the CB2 receptors allows the body to find relaxation and soothing without the psychoactive side effects. And doTERRA's Copaiba boasts 60% of it is beta-caryophyllene. Copaiba, a lot of people compare it that you get the same benefits that you get from marijuana, but you don't have the psychoactive side effects. And so a lot of people, CBD oil is really big right now. And if I don't, I will double check the links that I'm going to send to you. If I don't have it in here, I will get it for you. Well, I will include it. When I send you stuff about Copaiba, I'm going to send you a link to a thing that Dr. Hill and somebody else really smart, but I can't remember who, that they did a like a Facebook Live about the comparison between CBD oil and Copaiba. And the short Cliff Notes version of it is, with CBD, you never really know the percentage of the CBD that's in it, and you don't know the quality of it. Copaiba, we know exactly what's in it. We know exactly how much caryophyllene is in it. And so you can get more beneficial support from Copaiba than you can for most of the CBD oil products. And but I want you to listen to this thing by Dr. Hill. It's not, I don't know, it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's not very long, but it's really worth listening to. So it is the oil of unveiling. It invites individuals to connect with their past. Individuals in need of Copaiba often find that vulnerable self-awareness work reveals unresolved pain in hidden recesses of their heart, mind, and body. Many discover they are plagued with feelings of guilt, shame, inadequacy, or unworthiness that have been absorbed from their early environment. And I'm going to write myself a note here really quick. Desiree Mangendog did a video about the emotional uses of Copaiba and how powerful it is emotionally. And I will make sure that I send you that link also, because it's a really good, it's really good to listen to. Copaiba invites individuals to come to the divine for clarity and redefinition. Copaiba reassures that mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual limitations are only temporary. It will unveil that the individual has always been treasured, accepted, valued, worthy of love, and much more. So some of the negative emotions, if you're feeling shameful, guilty, regretful, self-loathing, less than, unworthy, suppressed emotions, or rebelling, Copaiba is your oil. If you want to feel worthy, self-aware, clarity, forgiven, redefinition of self, and purposeful existence, then Copaiba is your oil. And again, there's been lots of things on Copaiba. And one of the other things that I'm going to make sure that you have is a link to a presentation that Dave Stoyer did one time when Copaiba was the product of the month. And one of the things he said is that it works with every single area of the body, every single body system. So your endocrine system and your immune system and your nervous system and your cardiovascular system, all of the different systems that we have in our bodies, then Copaiba supports all of them to come to a state of homeostasis. And that means that they are coming back and getting in alignment to where they ideally want to be. Excuse me. Lots of times, you know, our bodies are just out of whack or something. Copaiba will help all of the body systems come back to their ideal state. So it's a really good oil to use every day. So the properties are, it's analgesic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiseptic, anti-arthritic, antifungal, anti-carcinoma, carminative, antimicrobial, antioxidant, and a stimulant. So just those tell you a lot of things that it will do. I can't remember what I put for my next slide. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna stop the share and talk about the benefits, and then I've got some other things to tell you about. So Laura's 3 words that she uses for Copaiba is commanding, because it will command the body systems to get back to where they want to be, comforting, and magnifying. And we're going to talk about the magnifying thing. If you have impurities on your skin and on your face, Copaiba is really good to affect and reduce those annoyances on your skin. It can eliminate scars. So there's several oils that will help eliminate scars, and Copaiba is one of them. It will help eliminate the appearance of the facial imperfections that we've had. And this could be really important if my youngest son, when he was going through his teenage years, he had really severe skin imperfections, and we ended up putting him on a prescription medication. That if I'd had oils back then, I would have just used the oils. But consequently, his face has quite a bit of scarring on it. And so I need to see if I can convince him that it's worth it to use the Copaiba to help with that. If you are feeling respiratory discomfort, you can get some relief with Copaiba. It is a wonderful analgesic, and so it's been used as an analgesic for lots and lots of generations and hundreds of years. It can help whether you use it diffused or topically. It can reduce the severe discomfort that you feel and loosen muscles, and it can even ease the discomfort of head tensions and severe head tensions. Scientists have found that Copaiba is an amazing alternative to synthetic versions of severe discomfort relief. Do you like how compliant I'm being? Especially for those suffering from chronic conditions. You can combine it with clove and a carrier oil for an amazingly powerful topical spot treatment or massage blend for those that are experiencing chronic pain. It's great for head and neck tension relief. Combine it with peppermint, lavender, marjoram, and frankincense, and that is a blend that will rival over-the-counter or prescription drugs on the market. And I would, if that's something that you deal with a lot of times, I would just make that into a roller bottle so that it's nice and easy to use. Notice that it was antibacterial and antifungal and everything, so that says a lot of what it will do. If you suffer from unsightly fingernails or toenails or unsightly things that develop on your feet, Copaiba, try Copaiba. It will give you some relief from that. I don't know that I would do this, but it can be used. A lot of people use it as a personal fragrance, and Copaiba provides the properties of a magnifier. So it enhances the aroma of the other essential oils. And it is recommended that it blends well with cedarwood, citrus oils, frankincense, jasmine, Roman chamomile, rose, sandalwood, and ylang ylang. So if you are wanting to do a personal fragrance, one of the good things to do is take a couple of the oils that you've got and take the lids off and hold them all together in your hand, and then just, swirl it under your nose, and that'll give you an idea of what it's going to smell like. It is great to use internally. It's very supportive of cells. It's super high in antioxidants. It supports the cardiovascular system. It provides digestive relief, and it promotes immune health with powerful antioxidants. I just barely realized that I didn't show on my title slide for Copaiba. They do come in soft gels. And I think you guys all know I'm really picky about things that I put in my mouth. So a lot of people just put a couple of drops under their tongue. I probably won't do that, but I love the Copaiba soft gels, and I take 1 or 2 of those a day, every single day. It can also protect the liver and reduce damage done to tissues caused by long-term usage of over-the-counter pain relievers. And it's calming and soothing to the nervous system. So it's just so good. If you have things topically, if you have areas of discomfort, then just apply it topically. It is a super powerful anti-inflammatory, so you can apply it to anything where inflammation is causing you discomfort, and it will be helpful. It's helpful for those with respiratory issues, where inflammation can cause serious illness. When you have things with your foot that cause you discomfort, then you can apply Copaiba just straight to it, or you can use it, add it to a neutral lotion like Cetaphil, or there's a lot of brands that are good. My brain isn't thinking, so I'm just going to say healthy lotions. That's not the best way to describe it, but that's the best you're going to get today. If you've got dry skin and hair, you can combine it. You can apply it to the areas of concern, or you can combine it with skin or hair care products. If you're having trouble with sleep, then you can inhale it. You can apply it to the bottoms of your feet and or under your nose. If you have been out hiking or walking in a new pair of shoes, and so you get something that it gets to be like a little bubble and is really uncomfortable, or if you get bug bites or burns, or if you have bumped into something and are bruising, Copaiba will help you with all of those. I'm going to send you some recipes. One of them is a sciatica blend. I've made that for a couple of people that say that it has really helped them if they are suffering from the sciatic pain. I will send you the videos, and I will send you this cool handout. So I will get all of those out to you today. So Copaiba is just a great, it's just a great oil, and it's a stable that I think everybody needs. You just need to have it on hand for no matter what. So